Assalamu alaikum. This is Rokeya Samia welcoming you to the English News Bulletin from Bangladesh Television Chattogram Center. Let's begin with the headlines. Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina calls upon conducting more research on cancer so that people can get desired healthcare services. BNP trying to indulge into clash as it stands on opposite side of people and police, comments Awami League General Secretary Obaidul Qadir. BNP chooses path of conspiracies being detached from people, says Information Minister Dr. Hassan Mahmood. Muhammad Islam Baby of Awami League elected mayor in Bandurban as vote counting going on in other 54 municipalities. People in Chattogram as well as other parts of country celebrate Pohila Phalgun through jubilant festivities, leaving behind fears of corona. And former US President Donald Trump acquitted of incitement to insurrection charge as Senate falls short of 2/3 majority. Viewers, those were the headlines. Now on to the details. Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina called upon all concerned to conduct more research on medical sciences, particularly on cancer, so that the people can get the desired healthcare services in the country. The scope of researches in the country is very limited, especially research on the medical sciences is not adequate, but it is solely necessary, she said. The Premier said this while virtually laying foundation stone of the Kumudini International Institute of Medical Sciences and Cancer Research from Ganu Bhavan today. The Prime Minister also stressed the need for carrying out research on cancer, especially on how it spreads in the country's environment, weather and climate, alongside its treatment. Talking about corona pandemic, the Premier requested all to take vaccines as well as following the measures of the government.
আমাদের দেশের পরিবেশ আবহাওয়া জলবায়ুর সাথে এই ক্যান্সার কিভাবে বিস্তার লাভ করে তার উপরে রিসার্চ করা বা এটা চিকিৎসা করবার জন্য যে রিসার্চ দরকার সেটা খুব কম আমাদের দেশে হয়। 96 সালে সরকার গঠন করার পর অনেকগুলি ইনস্টিটিউটও তৈরি করে গিয়েছিলাম এবং পরবর্তীতে সেগুলিকে আরো উন্নত করেছে আরো নতুন ইনস্টিটিউট করেছি, কিন্তু সেখানে আমি মনে করি রিসার্চটা আমাদের জন্য একান্তভাবে অপরিহার্য। টিকা নেওয়ার ব্যাপারে অনেকের একটু দ্বিধাদ্বন্দ্ব ছিল, এখন আল্লাহর রহমতে আমাদের আর কোনো সমস্যা নেই। এখন সবাই খুব আগ্রহ ভরে উৎসাহ ভরে চলে আসছে টিকা নিতে। আমরা 3 কোটি টিকা কিন্তু কিনে রেখেছি, আমি অ্যাডভান্স করেছি আগেই যে শুরুতেই যেন আমরা পেতে পারি। তাছাড়া ভারত আমাদেরকে 20 লক্ষ ডোজ উপহারও দিয়েছে, আরো অন্যান্য দেশ এখন দিতে চাচ্ছে, আমরা সবই নেব যাতে একেবারে গ্রাম পর্যায় পর্যন্ত এই টিকা আমরা দিতে পারি। তবে সাথে সাথে আমি আবার অনুরোধ করব যে সবাই যেন চিকিৎসা সেবাটা মেনে চলেন।
Health and Family Welfare Minister Zahid Malik, Managing Director of Kumudini Welfare Trust Rajiv Prasad Shaha, and Director Srimuti Shaha also spoke on the occasion at Kumudini Complex in Naranganj. Awami League General Secretary Obaidul Qadir has said BNP is trying to indulge into clash as it stands on the opposite side of the people and police. He said, now people have understood the ins and outs of BNP's ill politics. Awami League General Secretary said this while speaking as chief guest at the Council of Tarash Upazila Awami League of Sirajganj District today. Obaidul Qadir joined the meeting through video conference from his official residence in the capital. Awami League General Secretary said all expert committee of district, Upazila, Union and Ward Awami League will be reformed within a short time as per the direction of the Central Committee.
দেশ যখন উন্নয়নের দিকে এগিয়ে যায় তখন একটি অশুভ মন নানান ষড়যন্ত্রে মেতে উঠে। আন্দোলন ও নির্বাচনে ধারাবাহিক ব্যর্থতার পর তারা এখন দেশে বিদেশে অপপ্রচারে ঝুলি খুলে বসেছে। শেখ হাসিনার প্রতি জনমানুষের যে অবিচল আস্থা তা কোনো ষড়যন্ত্রই দুর্বল করতে পারবে না। অপরদিকে জনগণ বিএনপির অপরাজনীতির 16 আনাই এখন বুঝে ফেলেছে। গণতান্ত্রিক ব্যবস্থায় ভোটের মাধ্যমেই সরকার পরিবর্তন হয়। সময় হলে দেশে নির্বাচন হবে সংবিধান অনুযায়ী। জনগণ যে রায় দেবে তা মেনে নেয়ার সৎ সাহস শেখ হাসিনা রাখেন। যে সকল জেলা, উপজেলা, থানা, ইউনিয়ন, ওয়ার্ড কমিটি মেয়াদ উত্তীর্ণ হয়েছে, ইতিমধ্যে নির্দেশনা দেওয়া হয়েছে সম্মেলনের মাধ্যমে কমিটি গঠনের। মনে রাখতে হবে, নিজের অবস্থান ভারী করার জন্য নিজের লোক দিয়ে কমিটি গঠন করা যাবে না। আওয়ামী লীগে আর পকেট কমিটি করা যাবে না।
Awami League Organizing Secretary S.M. Kamal Hossain and Health Affairs Secretary Dr. Rokeya Samia spoke among others. Information Minister Dr. Hassan Mahmud has said Bangladesh Press Council, which began its journey with the hands of Father of the Nation, will continue its efforts to ensure responsible role of the mass media. He was speaking at a program marking Bangladesh Press Council Day on Topkhana Road in the capital today. Replying to a query from journalists, the Information Minister said BNP has chosen the path of conspiracies after being detached from people.
বাংলাদেশে গণমাধ্যমের স্বাধীনতা নিশ্চিত করা, একই সাথে যারা গণমাধ্যমের সাথে সংশ্লিষ্ট এবং যাতে গণমাধ্যম সঠিকভাবে দায়িত্ব পালন করতে পারে এবং সমাজের দর্পণ হিসেবে কাজ করতে পারে, একই সাথে যাতে ভুল, মিথ্যে, অসত্য সংবাদ পরিবেশিত না হয়, সেটি হলে পরে কেউ যাতে প্রতিকার পেতে পারে, সেই লক্ষ্য নিয়ে জাতির পিতা বঙ্গবন্ধু শেখ মুজিবুর রহমান আমাদের রাষ্ট্র প্রতিষ্ঠার পরপরই এই প্রেস কাউন্সিল গঠন করেছিলেন এবং এই প্রেস কাউন্সিল তখন থেকেই অত্যন্ত দায়িত্বশীলতার সাথে কাজ করে যাচ্ছে। 2 কোটি মানুষের ঢাকা শহরে কয়েকশো মানুষের সমাবেশ যদি বিশাল সমাবেশ হয়, তাহলে বিএনপির জন্য পৃথিবীটা ছোট হয়ে এসছে। কালকে পুলিশের বারংবার অনুরোধ সত্ত্বেও তারা রাস্তা অবরোধ করেছে। তো পুলিশকে তো দেখতে হয় জনগণের সুবিধা। সমাবেশ তো আরও দেশের বিভিন্ন জায়গায় হয়েছে, চট্টগ্রামে হয়েছে, অন্যান্য জায়গায় হয়েছে, কোথাও তো এই ধরনের গণ্ডগোল হয়নি। তারা ঢাকা শহরে চেয়েছিল এরকম একটি গণ্ডগোল হোক এবং খবরের শিরোনাম হোক, সেটিই তারা করেছে।
State Minister for Information Dr. Mohammad Murad Hassan and Information Secretary Khaja Mia also spoke.
বাংলাদেশ প্রেস কাউন্সিল তার উদ্দেশ্য এবং লক্ষ্যকে আরো সুনির্দিষ্টভাবে দৃশ্যমান করার জন্য 2018 সাল থেকে সংবাদপত্র এবং সাংবাদিকদের মাঝে প্রেস কাউন্সিল পদক প্রদানের উদ্যোগ গ্রহণ করেছে। আজীবন সম্মাননা, প্রাতিষ্ঠানিক সম্মাননা, আঞ্চলিক প্রাতিষ্ঠানিক সম্মাননা, গ্রামীণ সাংবাদিকতা, উন্নয়ন সাংবাদিকতা, নারী সাংবাদিক এবং আলোকচিত্র, ভিডিও চিত্র, এই 7 ক্যাটাগরিতে দেওয়া হচ্ছে এই প্রেস কাউন্সিল পদক।
জাতির পিতা বঙ্গবন্ধু শেখ মুজিবুর রহমান অত্যন্ত দক্ষতার সাথে এই প্রেস কাউন্সিল গঠন করেছিলেন। স্বাধীন সংবাদপত্র বিকাশের ক্ষেত্রে যা যা করণীয় সে সব কিছু করার চেষ্টা করেন। সংবাদপত্রের জগতে যাতে করে কোনো অনাকাঙ্ক্ষিত ঘটনা না থাকে অথবা সাংবাদিকদের যাতে কোনো অকল্যাণ সৃষ্টি না হয়, সেই লক্ষ্যে আরো কিছু পদক্ষেপ গ্রহণ করেছে।
Press Council Panel Chairman Advocate Soed Reza Rahman presided over the program. Senior journalist Iqbal Sobhan Choudhury and Awami League Advisory Council member Mojaffar Hossain Pultu, among others, spoke. Earlier, Information Minister Dr. Hassan Mahmud inaugurated the Foundation Anniversary Program by hoisting the national flag and releasing pigeons. Mahmoud Islam Baby of Awami League has been elected mayor unofficially in Bandurban while vote counting is going on in other 54 municipalities of the country in the fourth phase today. Voting in Potia, Chandunash and Shatkania of Chattogram alongside Rangamati, Matiranga of Khagrachori and Bandurban municipality elections continued from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. Polling was held through EVM in Potia, Rangamati and Bandurban, while by using ballot papers in other municipalities. With exception of some separate incidents, the situation was normal during the polls in these municipalities. The government has again extended the closure of educational institutions till February 28. According to a circular issued by the Education Ministry today, the decision will be effective for all educational institutions except the Qawmi Madrasas. Other educational institutions from the primary schools to the universities will continue their administrative activities for online admissions, online classes or examinations, it added. The circular said the closure has been extended to protect the students from the coronavirus infection. The government shut schools and education institutions on March 17 last year after the country confirmed its first COVID-19 cases on March 8. The closure was extended several times. Today is Pohila Phalgun, the first day of the Bangla calendar's month of Phalgun. Pohila Phalgun actually ushers in spring, the king of all seasons in Bangladesh. People in Chattogram as well as other parts of the country celebrated the day through jubilant festivities, leaving behind fears of the coronavirus pandemic. Welcoming the month of Phalgun, Brahma Abriti organized a spring festival at CRB Shirish Tala Mukto Mancho in Chattogram. Deputy Minister for Education Mohibul Hassan Chaudhry Naufel was the chief guest on the occasion, where former Chattogram City Corporation Administrator Khurshid Alam Sujan, Indian Assistant High Commissioner Anindo Banerjee, Bangladesh Television Chattogram Central General Manager Nitai Kumar Bhattacharjee and South District Awami League General Secretary Mafizur Rahman were special guests. Chattogram passed 20th consecutive day without a death by coronavirus, with the number of deaths remaining at 369. 53 persons have been found infected with coronavirus after testing 1,491 samples. With this, total number of corona patients in Chattogram has stood at 33,897. Meanwhile, 8 COVID-19 patients died in the country, taking the death toll from the pandemic to 8,274. The recovery count rose to 4,87,267 after another 462 recovered during the period. The tally of the infections rose to 5,40,592, with 326 cases being confirmed. Now, international news. The U.S. Senate has fallen short of the two-thirds majority needed to convict former President Donald Trump on a charge of incitement to insurrection over the Capitol riot on 6 January. A majority of senators, 57, including 7 Republicans, voted to convict Trump, 10 votes short of the 67 required for conviction. After his acquittal, Trump released a statement denouncing the trial as the greatest witch hunt in history. This was Trump's second impeachment. If he had been convicted, the Senate could have voted to bar him from running for office ever again. COVID-19 global death toll crossed 24,06,000 as more than 10,182 people died yesterday globally. More than 10,91,53,000 have been infected globally, and more than 8,11,99,000 people have recovered so far. The U.S., current epicenter of the pandemic, has now 2,81,96,000 confirmed cases and 4,96,000 deaths. The country reported 2,272 deaths yesterday. Back to national news. The coronavirus vaccination continued for the 7th day across the country as well as in Chattogram. The number of vaccinated people increased compared to last 6 days. People who are inoculated said they feel safe after taking the vaccine. Interested people thronged at the designated hospitals and clinics in Chattogram to get vaccinated on the 6th day of vaccination program. Corona vaccination program has not started in many countries in the world yet. Doctors urged every eligible people of the country to take COVID-19 vaccine as early as possible to keep safe from the virus. Senior Secretary to the Ministry of Water Resources, Kobir bin Anwar, said Bangladesh has turned around under the leadership of Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina. He also said there is a touch of development everywhere while inaugurating re-excavation of 8-kilometer-long Patila Canal at PM Khali of Cox's Bazar Shodor Upazila today. Executive Engineer of Water Development Board, Probir Kumar Goswami, presided over the function, where Chattogram Divisional Chief Engineer Okhil Kumar Bishwas and others concerned were present. Now news on share market. The prices on the Chattogram Stock Exchange have fallen at the beginning of the week. Both the price and index have decreased. At the end of the day, the overall index stood at 15,786.47, which is 0.61% lower than that of the previous day. Besides, the price index of CAC 30 stands at 12,307.98, which is 0.90% lower than that of the previous day. Today, a total of 1,28,94,244 shares of 213 companies were traded, the value of which is more than 41,55,01,000 taka. Of them, share of 42 companies increased, 127 reduced, 44 remain unchanged. Now, news on sports. West Indies won the 2-match Test series, humiliating Bangladesh team with whitewash as the host lost all their wickets for 213 runs, 18 short of victory target. Tamim Iqbal scored the highest 50 runs for the team in the second innings. Caribbean Rahkim Cornwall was declared man of the match and Krumah Bonner man of the series. To win this test, Bangladesh had to break their previous record of chasing the highest run, which was also against the Windies. Earlier in the match, West Indies made 409 and 117 runs in their 2 innings, and Bangladesh were all out for 296 in their first innings. The tourists had won the first test by 3 wickets in Chattogram. Now weather news. Weather may remain mainly dry with the temporary partly cloudy sky over the area of Chattogram and neighborhood till 6 p.m. tomorrow. Pothinga Met Office says light fog may occur at few places over the area of Chattogram from midnight to early morning. Night temperature may rise slightly and day temperature may remain nearly unchanged over the area for the next 24 hours. The highest temperature in the city today was 27.6 degrees Celsius, which is 0.4 degrees Celsius below the normal temperature, and the lowest temperature was 15.8 degrees Celsius, which is 0.4 degrees Celsius below the normal temperature. In Chattogram, tomorrow the sun will rise at 6:25 a.m. and will set at 5:50 p.m. Now the tide schedule of Kornfuli River tomorrow. First low tide will start at 2:52 a.m. First high tide will start at 9:33 a.m. Second low tide will start at 3:11 p.m. Second high tide will start at 9:40 p.m. That's all from the newsroom. To end the bulletin, a recap of the headlines. Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina calls upon conducting more research on cancer so that people can get desired healthcare services. BNP trying to indulge into clash as it stands on opposite side of people and police, comments Awami League General Secretary Obaidul Qadir. BNP chooses path of conspiracies being detached from people, says Information Minister Dr. Hassan Mahmood. Mohammad Islam Baby of Awami League elected mayor in Bandurban as vote counting going on in other 54 municipalities. People in Chattogram as well as other parts of country celebrate Pohila Phalgun through jubilant festivities, leaving behind fears of corona. And former US President Donald Trump acquitted of incitement to insurrection charge as Senate falls short of 2/3 majority. Thanks to all for being with us. We invite you to watch our tomorrow's bulletin at the same time. Maintain the health rules and stay safe. Khoda Hafiz.